So this video's topic is how we save money, and actually we were trying to reduce as much cost as possible. So right now the things which we have to pay for is rent. This is like the biggest expense. Rent, electricity, sometimes if we use too much heating we have to pay that once a year too. Rent, groceries, prepaid phones, phone cards, Netflix, internet, and then he also has a few like Patreons which he supports, and yeah,
I mean those are the fixed costs that have to go like every single month,
and we really try to keep it to the minimum and not to get any insurances and all these things. And he used to have his drone.
That was so horrible. Like you buy a drone, it anyways like costs what, 1,300 euros? I don't know, more, 1,400. And then afterwards you also have to pay like 300 euros per year for the insurance only.
Which is equivalent to a car insurance. So drone or car, obviously.
That's why like we got the drone, but we sold it because like the insurance and everything, it wasn't making any sense. Like it wasn't generating that much value that we keep the drone for a long time.
It was just the impulse buy, to be honest.
We were going to Denmark. We were like, hey, it is going to be so nice if we have a drone.
And also there are so many regulations for drones, like
where you can fly,
and all these
if somebody complains, then you're also screwed. And for example, with our e-bikes, we don't pay insurance for that. We don't need any number plate or anything on that. It feels like a scooty and it runs like a scooty, but it is a bike.
We will do a separate video about why we love e-bikes, and we will always buy e-bikes.
We will also do a review too for the second bike that Alina got. We have been using it for over a year now, so like all of those are coming in, but for now let's start with the first point, which is going to be
Bosch. When we were even in our studies, I was like, Rishu, let's start Bosch.
So like Bosch is an account that you make when you want to buy a house or something. So like it's for that purposes. Now if you want to buy a house, you want to take a loan, so you already start putting money aside.
For saving money, and also they give you a very less credit
on a very less rate of interest.
So it's 0 point something, which you will never ever get from any other bank, but it depends on how much you pay. So when we were doing for 50 euros a month, they could only give us the credit for 100,000 euros. And right now we are paying 400 euros a month. And so we put the credit up to 150,000. And the more you pay, the higher you can set the credit. So
what happens in the end is when you're wanting to buy a house, now you already have the amount that you have already saved in the Bosch account. And for the rest of the money, for example, you save 40,000, and for the rest of the 110,000 euros, we can take a loan from the bank with the interest rate which was set at the time when we started this policy.
0 point something, which is the best thing you can ever get. And then also the German state supports you saving money to buy your own properties, and it's like called Altersvorsorge.
So like they also put some money on top,
for when you retire, when you have your own house, then it will be also beneficial for you. So the German government supports you taking care of your retirement. So once a year we are getting almost 200 euros per person on top. Like that, we have to fill a form, and then we will apply for that, and they will transfer it to our Bosch account. So Bosch is very, very nice. When you live in Germany, you should definitely do it. It's just beneficial. It doesn't cost you anything. And I think before the age of 25, you will get some extra bonus. We got some, I think.
It's definitely possible. And even if like you don't want to buy a house afterwards, and you want to buy something else, or you want to take the money out and you just have to invest in somewhere else, then you can take all of the money that you saved on your own out, but you wouldn't be getting any of the benefits that the state provided you, like the Altersvorsorge and everything. Like these 200 euros that we get on top per year, that will be cut when you're taking it out. So like in general, whatever money you're putting inside, you will get back in the end.
But when you want to buy a house, then
it's very nice.
You will get to keep that bonus from the state. So okay, that was the first point. And then we already talked in the other video about it, but not having a car. That is very important for us because we are saving tons tons of money like that, and public transport is really nice in Hamburg, so we don't need a car. And having a car in this city is, to be honest, a headache.
It is a pain, yeah, it is a huge pain. Finding parking all the time.
Constantly getting tickets.
And people have so much stress just because of parking, like, you know,
even
people
driving
lose
in
their
the city,
mind.
people losing their mind, I mean.
And that's why I find bicycles to be the best. And like Alina, like still when she goes to work, like she likes public transportation because she doesn't have to take care of the bike. For me, when I was going to my job at WTM, I used to take the bike because it was just way more fun, and I don't have to see the grumpy faces of people maybe who don't want to go to the job and stuff. So bikes and public transportation are very good alternatives to like having a car. Like as long as you're not living in the countryside, it's absolutely fine.
And we really save thousands of euros like that.
On gas money, insurance, and I don't know what, car cleaning.
It's the best decision we could make.
Yeah.
Then the third point is secondhand. So we bought a lot of secondhand furniture. Also
secondhand
electronics,
mic, secondhand table.
It also saved us so much money. So buying secondhand is really the best.
I think it's like within just this frame we can show so many secondhand things. Things which are like not so necessary and which are usable, reusable.
Yeah.
You can buy them secondhand.
Let's just make example with our iMac. It would be in the store 2000 plus.
Yeah.
We got it for 700 euros.
And the table is also secondhand. This chair I got for free. This light is secondhand. This painting right here, of course, like it's also from somebody. Like all of those things are like secondhand.
Definitely try to look for secondhand options. Also, you can buy secondhand cars, clothes, everything you can buy secondhand. Then the fourth point is make a list while grocery shopping. This is an important point, and don't go grocery shopping hungry, because every single time we are hungry and we go
buy so much.
We buy
everything that we could possibly can, as if like it's a zombie apocalypse and the supermarkets will run dry, and that's why we just want to hoard everything in the house.
We buy so many also expensive items, and then we pay 30-40 euros for, which would be actually our one week's grocery.
And also like take care in what kind of supermarket you're going. Now like if you go to Rewa or something, what I realize is every single time I go inside Rewa and I come out, I am spending at least 20 euros no matter what kind of like things I buy. I can like buy different kind of things, I will still end up with 20 euros. And Aldi it's way less. It could be like 12 euros, could be 14 euros or something.
10 euros many times. Like.
Now so like you just see what kind of supermarket you're also going to. Like Aldi is of course like always cheaper. Like Rewe and Edeka, they are also like they're going to be more expensive.
And Aldi and Lidl is really nice in Germany. Like you will not have any big difference. It's very nice. Then try not to eat out, which is also a very important point for us, because eating out in Germany unfortunately is really, really expensive. You will
in general, like if you're going to a nice restaurant, one time of like eating is going to cost you around like 35 till 40 euros. And if you're going to some like cheap pizza place or something, then it could be like, I don't know, 25 euros or something like that. But you have to like...
We also have these imbis. You can get like one thing for 5 euros. But yeah, if you think about it, you can actually make a whole meal for 2 people, and even which will last you for the next day, you can make for just 5 euros or less. I mean, so eating out is really expensive, and we try to reduce as much as possible.
I mean, we have some goals, like we want to buy a house sometime, and like we also want to like, you know, start a business which is like a better one, like a more proper one. So for all of those things you need just money. Like you have to have some kind of savings, otherwise it is not just going to work out. And these kind of expenses, they're like holes in your pocket, like, you know, it's just the money is dripping everywhere. So try to save wherever like you find the expenses are absolutely unnecessary. They can be used for more meaningful things afterwards.
One thing, this like apartment which we are having now is really, really affordable. It is in the city center, it is perfect, but we don't really like our neighbors. All of them.
Yeah, the whole, like, the thing is the whole building.
Complex, we don't like the neighbors, and they don't do anything to us, but it is just so uncomfortable to meet them, to see them.
I think the first thing is, first of all, like all of them are people who are like having low incomes or like who are living almost from the States. Like it is horrible to see them because many a times like they are lazier, they don't do things, they don't take care of things, and then they annoy you because they're at home all the time.
But not just that, like there's also a guy who lives in our apartment, and I think he has some decent income, but he's just really, I think, mentally not normal. I hope he doesn't see this video, but yeah, so it is really difficult.
So I mean, we would have loved to change the apartment now, but like when we are paying so less here, then what's the point of like moving to another apartment where we pay like 400 euros more or 300 euros more?
Exactly, and in
doesn't
this
make sense.
district, if we would move, we would pay at least 300 euros extra for even a smaller apartment than this. So we have decided to stay in this apartment as long as we don't have a house, and yeah, it's fine, we can save a lot of money like that. The last point is try to resell. So I want to just tell, when we got this apartment, we furnished the living room.
Yeah, Chinka is a proper businessman. Like she buys things very cheap and then she can use her skills.
So let's just say I had two chairs which were antique, and I got them for 120 euros, both of them, and I sold them for 250. Actually, everything which we bought, I sold way more. So that was nice because that also gave us some extra money to furnish our new apartment and our new living room, because our couch was really expensive. It was 1,200 euros.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that is
like sofa. No, I don't think so. I think sofa and stuff like these are still like some kind of investment. Like you can pull the sofa out if guests are coming, like they can sleep on it. It's like almost having an extra bed, and it stays for a longer time.
It's like also very hygienic, like to have a new sofa. You never know what people...
I mean, I was against it at the time. I was like, you know, we can get something for way cheaper, but when you see the cheaper things, like they're almost trash, and you cannot stay happy with that for a longer time. So like things which are absolutely necessary, like you have to be able to like invest the money there.
Yeah, we are getting a lot of use from it, and it's really nice, and also a lot of people can sleep on the sofa.
Yeah,
so it's really nice if we have guests, and it looks really good. And then also reselling things. Yeah, there's eBay Kleinanzeigen. I sold many things on there. Then for clothes, I'm using the app Kleiderkreisel, which I'm selling also a lot of clothes on there. Then for like books and things like that, you can there's this website also called Rebuy. You can buy very cheap books there, and you can also sell your books there, which is really nice, and it definitely
even
makes
flea
sense.
markets, like
Yeah.
it was so many times that Alina and her mother just like put up a flea market to sell the things that they were just having at their house. You know, it just cost 25 euros as a registration fee, and then afterwards you can just like whatever more money you make over 25 euros, it is like your profit, the money that is coming back.
Yeah, and it's tax free, so you can you get to keep. When we were having, that was the most sale we ever did when we were renovating the apartment. Then we made a flea market and we earned 400 euros. And then I got to keep that because then I paid the flooring for the flooring, and it was also around 400 euros, which was really nice. I didn't have to take that money out from my pocket, and I just earned it from selling old stuff which I don't like anymore.
Yeah, I mean in general it's just like for us it has always been important to like, you know, save money. Because we have seen the bad timings, like if somebody has read the book like which I've written, Moving Abroad, I have documented a lot of that there, like how it was like very tight financially for us for the starting few months, and only after the second year I think of living together we were like more financially stable. So we have seen. And
I think one very important point is also when you have savings, I don't consider this money as money. It's not there, it's non-existent. I'm not allowed to take it out. It is just there. Once I put it in the savings, I will not take it out. I mean, sometimes emergencies, like for the black days, you have to.
And also I would like advise it, like, you know, if you are saving something, like at least have like 5 to 6 months of your like income as savings already. So like in case anything goes wrong or something, like you have that money on the...
In Germany it's not that extreme. Like if you lose your job, the government will pay for you. So there will never be that struggle where you just have no way to live. But I think in other countries it's like that.
Yeah, but in Germany also, like in Germany also, it's like more for the residents, Lena. Now, like as a foreigner, like if you don't have money, of course, like they will have to like send you back or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're a citizen, then like of course you're not going to come to the street as long as like you don't do a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
Like state is going to like support you in any way they can.
Yeah, but yeah, I have always saved money. I think since I'm small. I think I never lived without savings. I don't want to ever live without savings because it just gives you some like freedom and some safety, and you just feel better inside. And in general, I think in USA they have this big problem with having a lot of debt and credit cards, and this is no situation. And I think in Germany this is not common at all. I mean, of course, when you buy a house, then it's on credit, but like just spending money mindlessly, that is not there.
Yeah, I think then this was pretty much it.
That was the video, how we save money and how we will continue to save money.
Yeah.
And it's very important that you save money, because many people say money is not important.
Yeah, that's so
and money
stupid.
is important. It is important.
Yeah, I do not believe it. Like it just lets you afford things, you know. It just lets you accomplish your goals.
I think these people who get a partner just because he has money, that is of course really stupid. But when you have a partner and you just save money with them, then it's like really nice, because money is always important.
Yeah, money is always important. Everybody who says like money doesn't bring happiness, like I do not agree. Like if somebody is putting another like 2 million euros in your bank account, of course like you will get some happiness. It is not going to change your life situation, but it will allow you to afford the things that you really need. I don't know, like it's just important to save, and money is important to accomplish whatever goals or like whatever aims you have, and this is the reason like you should also like start saving.
And last thing, sorry, this is really important topic. I think money problems are the #1 cause of fighting.
Yeah.
We used to fight
crazy.
So
it was
much
horrible.
When we had no money. And
first year was really horrible with us. Like we started living together. We had a lot of fights all the time, and most of them were because of money. Because like we had to really ration like what kind of groceries we can buy, what kind of things we can buy from outside, what kind of things we can afford, and everything. And it was a major reason.
Yeah, sometimes we also had just 2 euros in our account left, and we just had one week
that was horrible.
And
also in the book.
Yeah, it's in the book.
Yeah, so like those were pretty much our thoughts on how to save money and how we have been saving money. Now, if you have any questions about how you want to save, or like, I don't know, have some suggestions or something on how we can save more, like definitely share it with us, and you can write those in the comment section.
Yeah, and you can also write if you have some other topics which you want us to make videos on.
Thanks a lot for watching the video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.